Welcome in, everyone. The show must go on. Welcome in, Michael. Welcome in, Emma. So tonight's reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not every message is going to be your message, and that's okay. So I threw some cards already, and I've got them out here sitting. I'm going to go through them before the collective. There might be something here for you. I'm going to start with my angel cards, the angel activations. I hope everybody had a good day. If you're new here, go ahead and take a look at the description box. I just want to say thank you for the donations, the super chats, the super stickers, the super thanks. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. You can access that by the three little dots. It should be up in the top right-hand corner of your screen, depending on the device that you're using. Oh, really? Yeah. The power was flickering earlier. I had to take the chair in from the balcony because I was scared we weren't going to have it. And then just as fast it was here, it was gone. So it was really weird. Hey Sheila, welcome in. It was an okay day. So I'm going to start with my angel cards here. I'm going to read the underlying message of each one. because Spirit is wanting me to. $36. So we have Azrael. Healing will come from this. Azrael's name means he who helps God. He is the archangel who guides us through the process of transition. His energy is like that of the phoenix, and he helps us rise from the ashes of our challenges, reborn and renewed. Azrael can also help lead the souls of the departed to heaven, and for that reason is known to have a powerful connection with anyone who has the gift of mediumship. He can be called upon by anyone who needs support with moving gracefully through times of change. The extra guidance, it can be very easy to lose hope when times are challenging, but Azrael is encouraging you to stay focused and strong. When you feel overwhelmed by your current situation, it's because you are trying to carry too much on your own. Know that there are angels all around you, rooting for you and encouraging you to know that you have everything that you need to reach a state of healing and wholeness. The activation. Thank you, Azrael, for guiding me to the healing within this time of change. Principalities is the next card. Spiritual study is essential. The principalities, whose name means rulers, are the angelic protectors of spirituality and spiritual texts. They provide us with strength when things get tough. They have a strong connection with world leaders and with activists, particularly those who want to make truly compassionate changes to our planet. On a personal level, they encourage our inner leader, support our inner strength, and inspire us to find peace. These angels are an incredible support for those who want to enter spiritual study and will guide us to the sacred halls of learning in the inner worlds of heaven. The extra guidance for this card is by carving out time and energy to do spiritual study, you make a clear declaration to the universe that you are ready to be taken to the next level. If you have felt overwhelmed by some of your past experiences, it's essential for you to do some digging now in order to have a greater understanding of your experience and some of the wounds that you have healed and some of the wounds you have healed. When you get so far on the spiritual path, you often go through challenging processes that are ultimately initiations that will take you to the next step. Trust in the process. Your activation for this card is, I am willing to learn in order to teach. The Miriam, healing of the heart. No, I did not. It's still the same link. I took off about an inch about 2-3 weeks back though. So you may be noticing that. $82. 2. The Miriam are the guardian angels of Mary Magdalene, who appeared to her in the tomb of Jesus Christ. These two angels, who are twin flames, appeared at the head and the feet of Christ after his soul left his body, and they activated the sacred vision of Mary Magdalene so that she could have a direct spiritual encounter with her teacher, and in some people's opinion, her partner. The Miriam now work as a sacred force to help us surmount the energies of grief and loss, even if these aren't to do with someone's passing, but the transitions that come with life, so that we can feel whole again. The extra guidance with this card. When we feel loss or grief, it can be very easy to abandon all the parts of our life that help us feel strong and connected. Angels are here now to remind you to welcome in all forms of support. Let your loved ones come closer. Spend extra time in prayer and meditation, and actively choose to surround yourself with those who want the best for you. In order for your heart to heal, you must accept love from others. Activation. I reclaim myself and my story. I'm ready for wholeness. Welcome in, Ryan, Kitty, and Max. The next card is Holy Amethyst. You are the light. Amethyst, sometimes called Holy Amethyst or Lady Amethyst, is a divine feminine archangel connected to the energies of transformation and transmutation. She is the divine counterpart of Zedekiel, the keeper of the violet flame, and for that reason has been seen as a guardian of that energy or even a personification of it. The only documentation of her appears in New Age teachings from the 1980s onward, but she's well regarded and trusted by healers and psychics as an angel who was helping bring in a new golden age. Her sole mission is to help us take what has challenged us and transform it into a mission to serve the earth. The extra guidance. You are a light worker. Consider your current situation an opportunity for you to grow. If there are unfavorable energies surrounding you, call in the light of God and know that angels are willing to work with you and through you. Your life hasn't happened by chance or accident, and you have particularly powerful presence that can facilitate healing and change. Any hesitation that you may be experiencing is an unearthing of old beliefs that are now ready to be released once and for all. Trust in yourself and in your light. Your activation for this card is I am a light of hope in the world. And I've got full-on goosebumps. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. So I'm going to get into the tarot cards and the vibe that I got here. There very well could be one story here. There's 6 sets out here on the table. So one of these very well could be yours, or it very well could be that all of them are yours. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? So the current situation right now with some of you is that you need to step into your determination. This is about sticking up for yourself, This is about taking initiative and knowing your intention going forward. Thank you so much, Shirley. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Graciously accepted and very much in gratitude. I wish you hundredfold for your blessings. Seven of Acorns represents determination and stamina. It also represents sticking up for yourself, shielding yourself against opposition. It's also about standing 10 toes down and not allowing other people to step into your energy to infiltrate it or manipulate. Now, this particular energy, by you standing in your power, somebody's trying to come in and take you away from your connection to your higher power. This is a very non-committal energy. This is a very dark, very dimsical, very dull energy. Okay? And they are trying to take you away from your current connections. Now, this very well could be a friend, so-called friend. It could be particular people that want to misunderstand you on purpose. They very well could be acting like family, but not. Okay? You may consider them family, but not. Okay? What I'm getting from this is that you're needing to stand 10 toes down because you have a job to do. Okay? With the Hierophant in the right side up, this is representing about committing to yourself and committing to your higher power, making a vow that you will be that light going forward, despite what anybody else has to say about it. Now, you may have people in your outer circle that are misunderstanding you on purpose, and they don't understand where you've been, why you're going where you are, or why you're where you are, why you are where you are right now. Okay, so they are failing to understand you as a person. Stand 10 toes down and don't allow other people's opinions to take away from your experience. The next card in the mix, the next timeline, is the Sun. Okay? Now this is representing a revealing. This is representing vitality. It's representing joy. It's representing new information, something being revealed to you. Okay? And this is also going to be revealing a way forward to calmer waters. Okay? What I'm getting is that there's certain lessons that you're being taught right now. There's a discretion, there's a discernment, there's lessons, there's a leveling up process that you're going through right now. So if you're kind of in a feeling of being stuck, that is only temporary. I'm also getting that some of the people that are around you right now, they very well could be causing drama. They very well could be causing arguments. They very well could be incompatible energies that are misunderstanding you, yet again, on purpose. Okay? They can't wrap their head around who you are and why you are the way you are. However, again, this is only temporary. Okay? The way forward, as well as the blessings, will be revealed to you very soon. Okay? Although, with the Sun, if you stay in the Sun too long, you very well can get burned, right? So this revealing very well could be, it might sting a little bit, okay? And it's due to the toxicity, okay? There's a lot of drama and negative energies that you're dealing with, okay? And if it hasn't been revealed to you yet, it will be. Now, again, this is about allowing people to show up and show you who they are, okay? And the consideration of this is that once they show you who they are, then you can act accordingly. I have a feeling that particular energies are masking themselves of their true nature, of their true being, of who they are, and they will be revealing their true nature to you. If not now, or if it hasn't happened yet, it will be happening soon. The third timeline I'm seeing here is the Hangman. Welcome in, honey. Thanks for the love. Welcome in, David. All the way from New York City. We're loving you right back. So this third timeline, you're needing to take patience, okay? And although it may not be relaxing, you may be in a stuck energy, you may not be able to get away from this. I think it's about the changing of perspective, okay? You might be feeling a little bit stuck and not really knowing what direction to take. You might be kind of sitting in limbo, not being able to get away or relax. And it might not be all that fun for you right now. However, if you change your perspective as to what the universe is trying to show you, there may be a lesson in it. And I think this ties back to the other two timelines where you've been dealing with some toxic information or toxic people that are misunderstanding you on purpose. Okay? But that's not on you. You need to have patience. And at this point, it's either you need to change your perspective, you need to look at things from a different perspective, or you need to hold true to the perspective that you're holding on to. Okay? If you're someone that is reflective, if you are into your courageous healing, if you are in the process of transition, and you are dealing with a lot of inner work, inner shadow work, and you're finding out certain situations, certain things are being revealed to you, I do see this as you seeing things at face value, okay? And although you might not be able to be removing yourself from that particular energy, there's still something to learn from that, okay? Continue to remain hopeful and in faith that things are going to change for you, okay? Because although you may be being held back, there's particular reasons for that, okay? Now, just as the two of wands here was in the reverse, okay, and feeling stuck, I get a feeling that somebody's trying to manipulate you in a way that you can't move on, that you are stuck. They're trying to create illusions of lack. They're trying to get you to lack the gratitude, the acceptance of that, and to try to bring you to a place of stagnance, okay? But lo and behold, we have the Two of Acorns here, which is the Two of Wands, and it's gaining insight into the current situation that you're dealing with and understanding at face value what the current situation is, okay? However, there is going to be a new collaboration, a new partnership. There is going to be a new something that comes out of this, whether it's with the current energies that you are with or a new person. Okay, so I do see some sort of new partnership. You are coming up to a crossroads where you will be able to make a decision to go in a different direction. And ultimately, the people that are trying to hold you back, I have a feeling, are not going to be impressed. The fact that you're leveling up, the fact that you're going somewhere new, the fact that you are going somewhere more beneficial and more in alignment with who you are. Ultimately, this is showing me that you are going towards happiness, joy, and healing, and you will get the last laugh. The reason why I say this is because you are heading towards the Wheel of Fortune. This is about divine timing. This is about things coming into an alignment, and this is about things starting to work in your favor. And this is about to happen for you. So have patience that things are going to work out. Stay in alignment with who you want to become and be, and that is all you need to hold on to at this time. You are going through a time of transition, okay? And this is a particular essence of knowing what you want for yourself and for your life, as well as recovering from the past, okay? There is definitely a transformation going on, and you are recognizing that what is no longer serving you. You've been disrespected. There has been no unity. There's been more chaos, and you've been removing yourself from particular energies for good reason, because it's showing here that you are moving towards your own wish fulfillment. So hold patience. Know that you are going through a transition of recovery and transformation, and you will be moving towards much better days. Now, with this in mind, these particular energies that very well could be maybe holding you back, there could be envy there could be jealousy, there could be a lot of different energies, because you are rising, you are transforming, you are recovering, you are healing, okay? And these energies very well could be bitter at the fact that they are not doing the work. Some people are happy in their pile of bitterness, and that is not your problem, collective, okay? If they want to continue to be bitter, they can continue to be bitter, but that's on them. Each and every single one of us has a opportunity and responsibility for our own energy. And if they choose to just sweep it under the rug, that's on them, not you. Don't allow their negativity and their bitterness to penetrate your auric field, okay? Because that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to project their pain, their suffering, their bitterness onto you. At this time, you very well could need to stay true to yourself, okay? You may need to focus on your own energetic frequencies and hold your cards close to your chest at this time, okay? You need to control your own energy, because your own energy is your own responsibility. And this very well could be that you are, maybe you're not necessarily wanting to surround yourself with toxic people. Maybe they're people that you work with. Maybe they're people that you live with. Maybe they're people that you know, see a lot of the time that you don't really have much control over. The situation is that because you are pulling back your energy, and because you are pulling back your essence of who you are, and no longer, let's say, allowing them access to that energy, they very well could be in fear, emotions, or worry at this time. Okay? Now, the process of being in your own energy, knowing your own energy, and recognizing your own energy frequency is also to acknowledge other people's energy too. There's a lot of different people out there that would like to project their energy and their bitterness onto you. And by having that alone time, being able to be in your own energy and recognize that frequency, it also helps you to recognize others' frequency as well. So by having these waves of emotion, waves of energies coming in, you need to know and understand and identify where that is and why that is. This has a lot to do with anxiety, panic, depression, a lot of these different feelings that might come over you in waves, okay? And to be able to recognize and acknowledge that it is either your energy or not is very, very crucial to your own protection and your own auric field. All right. Now, there are going to be new collaborators coming in that want to work with you. Okay, these are more people that are in alignment with you. And I have a feeling these toxic energies that might be having you to disconnect and to move in silence with your cards close to your chest, keeping your goals, your aspirations to yourself rather than speaking about them, is paramount to your survival. So right now, it would be better to stick to yourself, stay to your own energy, and block out that what no longer serves you. Okay? And that is also working in alignment with those that you're collaborating with too. Okay? Certain people are wanting to know what your next game plan is, so that way they can thwart it and they can sabotage. So be very, very careful as to who you're sharing your information with, because some people, like last night's reading, and a couple other days ago, there's been talk about, being happy about your new endeavors, new ideas, and you are excited enough to speak about it to other people, and then you find that they don't work out. And it's because there's other people that are jealous of your rise, and they want to try to create your demise, right? Because they don't see any options, they don't have any ideas as to where they want to go, so they would sooner see other people in shambles and things not working out for you in order to make them feel better about themselves. So understand that there's people out there that are wanting you to win, and then there's others out there that don't want you to win and would rather see you suffer. And you have to distinguish and educate yourself on who these people are and protect yourself. So that way you still have the ability to succeed. I'm going to look into the Magdalene Oracle now to see what the Sacred Feminine has to say. Sacred Feminine, what's the message for my collective? Mm-hmm. You have a lot of very good energy within you, and you need to recognize that you are a being of light. Okay, and you have the ability to not only heal yourself, but healing others. There are certain people out there that do not believe in the ability to heal. They don't believe that they are worthy of that healing, but that is not your problem. So we have the card Confusion. And it reads as this. Conflicting thoughts regarding a major decision are causing you to feel confused. You may be feeling as if you don't know which way to turn at the moment. You feel unable to choose between that which you truly would love to do and that which you think you must do. And at the heart of the issue lies a deep-seated sense of obligation to others. You are afraid that if you might disappoint or hurt another by choosing what you love. The best course of action for you at this time is to take a few steps back. Don't place extra pressure on yourself by thinking that you must decide right now. Give yourself time. If possible, take a short break away from it all. Bring some peace and quiet into your life and over the coming days, things will be clearer. Your primary obligation is to honor what you truly feel in your heart, and others will understand in time. We have Mother Mary coming out to visit. And she says, "Dearest one, I ask you to surrender the fear and anxiety you hold for a loved one's well-being. Trust all will turn out for the highest good of all concerned. This current situation is simply part of your loved one's life experience and learning. A blessing eventually stems from the current event. Remember, at the heart of all creation, only love exists. Allow divine love to stir within your heart and feel it move the earth and stars as the miracle of life forever unfolds. Have faith in the universal spirit of life and know that you and those dear to you are eternally protected. I shower you now with you and your loved one with protective and healing light. So please do not worry." We also have the real you. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature. In attaching your identity, the sense of worth, to worldly status and achievements, you've lost touch with the real you. Something inside you yearns to reconnect, so pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities that you possess. The unique qualities that you have for so long repressed and ignored. So lighten up and have some fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all that you think is right and wrong, and all that you think you should do, and just be you. As your true nature reemerges, you'll feel inspired and discover a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. Nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There is so much to be grateful for, and so much in life to explore. And we have divine order on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to look into that one as well. You may be inadvertently sinking into depression because you believe that the world around you is in disarray. This ties into last night's reading, I think. With all of its suffering, destruction, and war, the world can seem like a woeful place. Yet, as the saying goes, there's a time and a purpose for everything under heaven. Confirmation. Everything serves a purpose and has a reason for being. Otherwise, that thing would not exist. Life is like a divine tapestry. Each thread is vital to the overall picture. However, being a divine tapestry, the overall design only begins to make sense when viewed from a higher perspective. So believe that things are not the way that they should. So believing that things are not the way they should be only serves to keep you disappointed, angry, and fearful. Divine order is visible, but is only visible through the perspective of love. So just as the true purpose of things can only be known by the light of your soul, your world doesn't need saving. It just needs to be loved. I'm being called to my voice of souls, so I will be doing a couple from that. I'd like to thank you all for jumping in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for your ongoing donations, super chats. I'm in absolute gratitude. And Shirley Ray, if you have me on Instagram or Facebook, if you're still present, and you'd like to get a personal reading, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Because this is a collective, I want to try to keep it collective oriented. So if you would like a personal message, feel free to reach out to me, okay? Consider it paid. And that goes for anyone with a donation of $40 or higher. I haven't heard back from Little B, but I know she got airlifted to a particular specialist hospital. That's the last I heard. I should be hearing from her soon. Alright, Spirit, Voice of Souls, what's the message that you have for my collective tonight? Okay. Yeah, do not submit to the drama. Do not allow them to affect you. They do not want you to be calm. They do not want you to be collected. They do not want you to be standing in your power. They are trying to take you out of your element. They're trying to pull you down out of your higher vibe. Do not let that happen. There's a certain energy, and again, this isn't for everyone, but There's a certain energy you may have confided in that has been speaking behind your back about particular energies or particular things that you'd said to them. They feel that they have the authority, again, to misunderstand you on purpose and to take the things that you have confided in them with and make up their own story in order to make you look bad. You very well could be coming into information very soon about this particular situation. They're trying to defame your character. They are trying to make you look of something that you are not. And they feel that they can pull one over or pull the wool over your eyes. They feel like they feel as if they can do this behind your back and that you won't find out. But Spirit is saying that whatever they are doing and whatever they are saying is going to blow up in their face. And there will be karmic retribution for this. Spirit is warning you to not submit to the anger that they choose to bring to your life. And Spirit is warning you that it is happening behind your back. There are so-called secrets that they are trying to reveal that are only to bring anger and disrespect to your name. And I'm really getting defamation of character. And Spirit's asking you to forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because ultimately, when it comes right down to it, it's going to be their loss, not yours. Okay? If they want to ride that crazy train, that's their choice. It's one thing to speak of you and of concern and to speak of what you've been going through despite of the confidentiality of these particular situations, but to do it respectful, you know, because some of the time people tell us some things that are like it's very difficult to comprehend, and sometimes it weighs heavy, and to sit and to confide in someone to gain a better understanding of maybe how to hold or let go of particular information. And some people have a hard time holding on to certain situations, such as certain situations that you might speak on to someone. They might have a very hard time trying to wrap their head around it. And they don't feel that you can give them any more enlightenment than what you have. So they ask and they inquire with other people to see what their point of view is, to try to wrap their head around the current situation that you're dealing with, unbeknownst to you behind your back, to help them process what you've told them. It is understandable to a degree if you're doing it in a genuine way. But to outright lie and to divulge this information in order to create anger in you and a misrepresentation of your character, this comes with karmic retribution. This comes with a karmic attachment to the people that divulge this information. when they speak of something that they have no reason or business to speak of, they retain a karmic backlash for doing so. And this is where it is their loss, not yours. Again, they are misunderstanding you on purpose. They're choosing to do this to harm you, to hurt you, to get you in a energy of anger. Because they see you in a very calm energy, and they're trying to get a reaction out of you. And because their current antics are no longer working, because you are no longer submitting to their shenanigans and drama, they're trying to get a rise and a reaction out of you in a form of reactive abuse. Okay? And this is to bring about loss for you. However, Spirit's asking for you to, they're warning you and they're asking you to forgive. Because they know not what they're doing. However, they were ultimately showing you who they are. It also helps you to understand that you cannot trust this individual any further. And this is why the previous reading is to keep your information to yourself. Because there are people out there looking to diminish you for their own betterment. They are looking to diminish you for their own gain, which in the end, what they think that they're going to bring loss to you, they will not be. The loss will be of their own. And there will be karmic backlash for what they've done. Due to the nature of this situation, I'm not going to clarify. Because really, it's none of my business. Off the top, off the bottom, and out of the middle, Spirit. Okay, fine. One particular card's sticking out. Alright, fine. Fine. The same card fell out twice. Can I get one more, Spirit? There's another one flipped in the deck. Okay, I will look for it. Is there another one flipped? Okay. I'll take it. So we have the Mystic. We have the Warrior. And we have Kairos. Let's look into it. The warrior. The samurai, the soldier, and the advocate. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand moving blindly towards battle. Yet, the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If, when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one, with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions that you take will stay with you long after the dust settles. So choose wisely, brave one. And as you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within. Then surrender to the battle. When in the light, it's fierce clarity, purposeful action, resolve, and resilience. When in the dark, it's threats, it's savagery, abandoning mission and values. So I get what I'm feeling like. You're kind of in this more higher vibing energy. And what is happening is they're trying to lower your frequency by bringing you to an energy that is of consequence. Be careful, as the warrior implies war. The two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. Without a true purpose, manifesto, or oath, the warrior is lost. What do you stand for? What are you willing to rise in the name of and write it out? This card is kind of giving me reactive abuse. People are devaluing the ability to be a warrior, or for you to be that warrior, or for you to have that particular self-control. And for some, they are finding out different, that you may have a lot of self-control, unbeknownst to them. So you need to stay true to yourself and your principles. We also have the mystic. The seeker, the light worker, and the dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic reveals them in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. When in the light, it's the remover of darkness, a visionary, and ageless. In the dark, it expects results, seeks attention and recognition. So I'm really getting that, this particular energy that you may be hanging out with or that you're around right now is trying to incite a darker aspect of who you are. But you don't belong there. You're not in that essence of vibe. So they're trying to diminish your credibility and ability to be who you are. It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Like any light worker, the mystic must build a relationship with fire. This begins by awakening the inner flame, or tapas, within. So again, they're trying to get you out of your element. They're trying to pull you out of your element and diminish the credibility of that element that you have, or the self-control and the awareness of your light. And ultimately they're trying to dim out your light. Kairos. Mythic, time, and synchronicity. We've all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. The card suggests that there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. Our single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all but about patience and precision. No clock can ever guide you, so wait for the rush of the inner knowing and not a moment longer. When in the light, it is in alignment, it's ease in decisions and action. And when in the dark, it's fighting against time. Compare the Greek words chronos and kairos. This will guide you to an understanding of logos and mythos. The word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness, and when it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. So this is about divine timing, and it's about stepping into your current calling and being the warrior that you've always meant to be, fighting the good fight and not backing down or submitting to that what others want you to be, and standing true to who you are. So don't allow the outer environment to dictate to you how you're going to live your life. Okay, I'll do those next. While I have my tablet open, I'm going to take a look at my Lightworkers Oracle. Top, bottom, and the middle. Okay, I'll go with it. two more then, Spirit? Is there two more here for me? No, I don't want to be here all night. Fine, I'll do it. I'm very obedient to Spirit. So, we have trust the plan. We have grounding. We have past life activation. And earth healing. In preparation for radical growth, trust in the plan. There can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble, so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during this time, you do not need to resist the process. There's no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in the need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. So have faith, all is well. Do not fear. You may see the life that you have known appears to be ending. You may find that the things that you used to do or the way that you used to think no longer seem as relevant as they once were. You may feel that your relationships and friendships are changing. Some may even by ending. Perhaps you find you no longer have the energy or motivation to keep certain relationships going in your life. However, your energy is meant to be withdrawing from that what it once supported. This is not abandonment or betrayal. It is not selfish. It is honest. When you trust in your spiritual growth, all that happens is love. That means that even an apparent loss always serves love, whether that is immediately obvious or not. It is sometimes necessary for both parties to become free to live their true destiny. Life is a loving, creative journey for your soul. That means there will be times when the very thing you have worked towards needs to crumble, so that the next evolution of your soul manifestation upon the earth can take place. It is natural, and although it can be challenging to trust in a greater creative process during times when it seems as though there's only chaos and confusion, you are strong enough spiritually to do so. To feel peace during such times, you must trust in your own inner knowing over what appears to be. You're divinely scheduled to evolve at a point in your life. Can you sense an exciting growth phase happening for you? There is another way for you to live, to be, to thrive, and love in this world, and you are rapidly heading towards it. This is a time to surrender control and allow a higher power to direct your course. Many exciting new opportunities, situations, and connections will come into your life as a result of what you are experiencing now. It is all part of a greater divine intelligence unfolding in loving service to your own sacred life path. Have faith and stay true to your spiritual principles and trust in an unfolding higher plan. Know that all changes in your life serve your higher good, and the universe knows what you need and is in the process of delivering it to you now. All is happening for a greater purpose. You can flow with the changes in loving trust. Your perfect time for resurrection will follow this deconstruction, and it will occur in the most perfect of ways. Your invocation: I call upon the loving genius of divine order that is manifesting itself in my life and now. I have gratitude for the grace, compassion, truth, and liberation that is expressing itself through the changes now happening or soon to happen in my life. Thank you for always guiding me onto my truest and most joyful path. I ask through unconditional love for assistance, insight, and support to help me trust in the plan of love unfolding in my life. I ask for this same gift for all living beings through divine grace and our own free will. So be it. Okay, grounding. You long for the free and open worlds of spirit and light. Yet you also yearn to experience the healing power and divine joy of sacred sound and living color. You are meant to bring joy, beauty, and comfort to this world, to share the spiritual light. And to do so, you need grounding. Your dreams want you just as much as you want them. And grounding helps you to bring your dreams to life in your world for the benefit of many. When a reminder comes from the higher guidance to ground oneself, it is a loving encouragement, never a judgment. Grounding is a spiritual version of remembering to call your mother. It is a chance to check in with what is happening in your physical life and make sure that you are giving appropriate time and energy to what really matters to your heart. It is a chance to appreciate the beauty of the natural world and the love in your relationships. It is a chance to make sure that your spiritual work is being applied in your life in ways that feel good for you. It is a chance to speak your prayers rather than only think them. You might even dance them or create a colorful flower offering for your altar or sing them from your heart. We are guided to ground ourselves when there has been an increase of light to the head. This can occur through meditation, prayer, or conscious connection with spirit. You might be on fire with the ideas and inspiration, but struggling to express them all practically. You may even feel congested or tense in parts of your body where the energy needs some help to flow. This is a sign to move in a way that feels freeing, strengthening, and expressive, and to add healthy relaxation and exercise into your lifestyle to allow for healing to occur. Then the light can move through your entire body, bringing vitality and helping you translate your ideas into your reality. To do so, take care of your body. Be sure to get plenty of hydration and rest, and spend time in nature. Use salt bath to cleanse your energy. Eat foods that strengthen and nourish you. Ground yourself by releasing emotional content if you are either swinging from one extreme to another or retreating to your head. Oh my goodness. To analyze rather than express. You can ground emotional energy by writing in a journal or by creating art or poetry or music or dance to express your feelings. You can also ground emotional energy through physical exercise or being in nature. Practice soothing and calming yourself so that way you can return yourself to a contented, trusting, and peaceful state of being. This can be done by talking to yourself in a gentle, loving, encouraging voice, reassuring yourself that everything is working out according to a higher plan and that you are very loved. Guided meditations and relaxations that help you feel connected, peaceful, and loved will also be helpful. Choose what works for you. You'll know when you are grounded because you will feel very connected to your body, aware of your emotions, and clear, energized, and present with a sense of well-being. If you are not feeling that way, this oracle says that you can. Your energy and well-being can improve, and you can feel good about who you are and how you choose to live your life. Grounding will help you, and help the universe to help you too. Your invocation: I call upon the loving genius of the divine and my own spirit. Please help me now through unconditional love and divine mercy to ground all levels of my being so I can manifest my highest and most loving, joyful destiny now. I enjoy being present in the here and the now with my body and my breath, receiving spiritual light and shining it through my heart into the world. I love my body and my sense, my soul, and my heart. They are all avenues for my spirit to experience and express in this world for the greatest good. May all living beings feel helpful, grounding through unconditional love for the highest good through our own free will. So be it. Past life activation. You have talents within that have been developed through many varied life experiences. You've had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them consciously, helping you evolve and grow into a loving being that you are today. Your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual power to assist the divine plan unfolding throughout the universe is heard and supported by the spiritual worlds in all ways. To this end, past life material is being activated now for your benefit and the greater good. Your soul has a history of lifetimes through which it has learned to be wise and developed certain talents. You have learned lessons and acquired skills and abilities. Sometimes these were mastered through very challenging circumstances. You might feel that you are obtaining mastery in certain areas again this lifetime, again through challenging circumstances. The soul can certainly develop through joy, love, and happiness, but often it is through an experience of conquering a challenge that the real gems are won for the crown of the soul. The oracle of past life activation comes to you when a power you develop in the past life that would be useful for you to access in your current lifetime. Perhaps this talent or ability will become the seed of a spiritual vocation for you, a skill that expands your career or brings you personal joy. The ability that surfaces from the depths of your soul will be whatever is of greatest benefit to you now. Sometimes, while a treasure is emerging from the depths of your being into consciousness, it will be coated in the pain of the past. You might notice the outer coating first, the pain of abandonment and rejection, ridicule, or shaming that perhaps resulted in the suppression or denial of that soul gift in your past life. This may be the reason that you have not incarnated with it fully awakened and at your immediate disposal. You have to allow it to rise up within you, and you need to dig a little to crack open the coating of a wound and free the treasure that temporarily became trapped in that pain. When you release the pain, you free the treasure once locked within it. Perhaps your gift was challenging to community in a past life, whereas now it would be more readily accepted because of the community has matured spiritually over time. Or perhaps you have matured and now will value your gift and be more open to divine guidance to show you how to use it for the greatest good this lifetime. The gift you are receiving is worthwhile as you cleanse the memories, beliefs, and programs that once caused you to subconsciously protect yourself by hiding your talent. You will grow strong enough to process the pain and stand in truth of your reclaimed gifts. If you have been considering a new line of work, feeling you'd like to explore and express different talents, or have the urge to develop an interest in it and transform it into a vocation, you're very likely already feeling the stirrings of that past life activation now taking place for you. Trust the changes for you. Trust the changes that you feel. A part of your divine inheritance is being restored to you. Invocation. Through divine grace, protection, mercy, and empowerment, I call for the activation of all past life gifts and abilities that will serve my greatest and most joyful, inspirational, and soul-satisfying success this lifetime. I ask for healing assistance from the higher beings that love me unconditionally so that I can swiftly release any unheld conditioning or resistance to the expression of these talents. I ask for inspiration and guidance to bring them to life in the world in the best way possible this lifetime. May all beings receive their full divine inheritance with mercy and grace through our own free will. So mote it be. And earth healing. You're making a real contribution to the planet through your spiritual journey. Remember this and believe that your needs will be generously met by the earth and the universe. What you are doing matters, and you will be supported. The earth recognizes you. She sees you as a conduit through which she is fed higher frequency of light, love, and divine presence. This assists her on the journey of her own evolution. Earth is an exceptionally beautiful and powerful divine being in her own right. Yet, she, like every other being, benefits from the assistance of higher frequencies, which offer a loving hand to help raise her vibration and continue her evolution. You're here to have your spiritual life journey in a human body. Part of that process will involve sharing your light with the earth itself. This may see you taking on a role as a healer, a guide, a mentor, a teacher to others on the path. It may see you doing work with the natural world, with various earth-centered causes such as conservation and animal welfare, organic or biodynamic farming, and ethical food production. It may involve an active prayer life that is ongoing through your day, praying for assistance, compassion, clearing, and blessing. When you see an accident on the road, an animal or person who seems to be suffering, or an item on the news that you know needs light and healing. From the most obvious gestures to the most subtle, the oracle tells you that you are powerful enough to make a meaningful contribution to the quality of consciousness upon Earth. Earth asks you to do your work with quiet confidence and dedication. She gives thanks for all that you have done and acknowledges her love for you. She will support you in your work. She will support you in your work by providing material means for you while you are here on this planet. These include financial support, housing, food, and human and animal relationships. She will also provide guidance for your progress, opportunities to grow and expand your field of influence, education, and training opportunities, the means to take advantage of them, and the chance to apply what you have learned in a real-world context. The more you devote yourself to your task of earth healing, the more the earth will support you in fulfilling your inspired goals. If you have been wondering if the spiritual work you are doing is making a contribution, take this oracle as validation that it is. What you are doing matters, and yes, you are going to expand and grow in the work that you are doing and the impact that you have in the world, because you are capable of that. But you are already helping in ways that you may not even realize, but that the earth and the spiritual worlds do. You have loved the earth enough to take human form and do your work here. She knows it, and she will reward you richly for it. So keep working, shining, and growing, dear one. Your presence here is so needed and very much honored. Invocation. Through unconditional love, I'm empowered to live my divine destiny. I trust in my gifts and talents, and I know that all I need for divine success shall be provided for me. I now choose of my own free will to release any blocks, consciously or unconsciously held, around trusting the earth to provide me with all that is needed to fulfill my divine life purpose. I am so grateful to receive all that I need and more, and I feel much joy within me about my life, what I am capable of, what I have attained so far, and how much I can offer to the earth. I live from my heart with absolute trust. May all beings know their genuine worth and have confidence to express their grace through our own free will, so be it. Okay. I'm being told to look up an angel number, so I'm going to. So the angel number 1043 is often seen as a symbol of hope, of faith, and positive energy. It suggests that you are on the right path and should trust in your intuition and inner guidance. This number is also associated with innovation, sincerity, and the importance of talents. Here's a more detailed breakdown. I'll go to the beautiful Joanne Sacred Scribes for further information. So the number 1043 is made up of the vibrations and energies of number 1, the number 0, 4, and 3. Number 1 relates to initiative, instinct and intuition, self-leadership and assertiveness, new beginnings and a fresh approach, motivation, striving forward, and progress, and reminds us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 0 represents potential and of choice and spiritual journey, developing your spiritual aspects, listening to your intuition and higher self, eternity and infinity, oneness and wholeness, continuing cycle and flow, and a beginning point. Number 0 also relates to the God force, universal energies, and source, and it magnifies the influences of the numbers it appears with. Number 4 is the number of effort and will, patience and persistence, realizing values, ability and stability, service and devotion, practicality, responsibility, building solid foundations and achieving success and positive results. Number 4 also relates to the energies of the archangels. Number 3 encourages self-expression and communication, optimism and enthusiasm, being brave and courageous, natural talent and skills, friendliness and sociability, manifesting and manifestation, growth, expansion, and the principles of increase. Number 3 is also associated with the Ascended Masters. Angel number 1043 is a message from your angels and the Ascended Masters to maintain a positive attitude and viewpoint in regards to all aspects of your life. When you hold positive thought, it attracts positive energy and manifests desired outcomes. Ask for angelic guidance and help assist any time that you feel need. Angel number 1043 encourages you to take a fresh look at your current home and lifestyle and consider ways to uplift and beautify your environment to usher in more light and positive energies, as this brings a renewed sense of self and fresh enthusiasm for life. Add beauty to your environment and everyday life, and do not be afraid to express yourself with joy, optimism, and creativity. Angel number 1043 also encourages you to begin worthwhile new projects that will lead to long-term benefits and future success. Think of ways to bring your ideas and dreams to fruition and put your efforts towards achieving those goals. With a solid plan in place and a true belief in yourself, there's nothing you can not achieve. And this is why I keep coming back, collective. This is why I keep coming back, despite it all. Let's see what the dragons have to say. Pure white dragon from the Orion. Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty, and let your wings of light grow and expand. Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals. Serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. Blue Dragon from the Pleiades prepares you to accept source healing. Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. See what the Animal Whispers has to say. I'm going to do a 5-stack. Intuitive read. And then I'm going to get into a collective. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's windy outside. Just give me a minute, guys. To save the outside chair before it blew off the balcony. Freaky. take what pops out off the top here. The hell's going on? Some of you may be having a hard time having patience. Okay. But anyway, Heron, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. There very well could be energies around you that are not so friendly. However, today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. You are currently going through a time of regeneration and transformation. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, and put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Somebody might want you to shut up, but sing anyway. The humpback whale, singer, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. It might be the bike being dragged across the banister. The roomies got it up and propped up on top, so I think it's heavy enough to stay where it is. Anyhow, it could be upstairs neighbors too. The cat, independent. You are a natural born healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception and let the past go and make room for the better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Moose wisdom. Somebody might be not feeling that you're very wise, but you're wise. Don't let them gaslight you. Let your head and your mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul, and the ancestors speak through you. You know much more than you know. Somebody might want you to shut up and keep secrets, but you're a revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously, make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. The dolphins want you to come out to play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. Hawk is bringing you a message. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs and focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future, so let yourself ascend to new heights. Snow leopard and self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invincibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Hummingbird and miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Okay, Spirit, what's next? Okay. No. Okay. What's next? What is next? What is next? What is next? Oh, okay. The karmic chicken. Get it. It was just a thundering, just a pounding earlier. It was wild. And then I looked outside and it was like utter storm. It looked like the Wizard of Oz came to town. And like tornado weather. And then just as it was here, within minutes it was gone. And then now all of a sudden it's back out and rearing its ugly head. So let's get at least 15 votes in as I shuffle. So if you haven't hit the poll, make a effort to try to put in for your vote. Okay. Smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. So that could very well be collective. Somebody is very, very picky. However, you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected. We got 30 people in the chat. Let's go for 20. 20 votes. We got 10 more to go. Let's go. Again, smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. If you haven't voted on the poll, please vote on the poll, please. We got 10 votes so far. We've got 30 people in the chat. Somebody's hiding their avoidant introvertedness. Somebody's a dark earth angel. They're avoiding that, and they're avoiding the fact that they're lying about something. Silver spooner. And someone that does not people please. They're actually very sadistic. They're very selfish. Alright, fine. We'll go with what we have. From the middle. Okay. So, somebody's healing from toxic traits due to a toxic family. Somebody doesn't think that they're a chosen one, but they are. Somebody's in their karmic masculine feminine energy. Divine magnet, divine intervention. Yeah. Divine reverse magnet. So they've lost their divine guidance is what's happened. Somebody's a dark priestess or priest. Someone's a covert psychopathic narcissist. It very well could be a Sagittarius, a karmic Sagittarius, or Sagittariist, as the Hood Witch says. Timmy the Truther's not telling any truth, apparently. They're telling a bunch of lies, being deceptive. They will only meet you at their level, not yours, so don't waste your time. Reaction abuse, don't engage. They're even trying to hide it. Because you're Mr. or Mrs. Midas touch. You're very talented. Can't compete where they don't compare. Oh, they're trying. They are trying, and they're trying to hide it. They're trying to do this behind your back. The ancestors are turning in their grave. So maybe it's time for you need to pay attention. Somebody no longer wants to be a caring Karen, okay? They don't really care, really. Somebody's a karmic Capricorn you could be dealing with. A karmic Gemini. Superficial snorkel gear, very surface level individuals. You very well could be fructose intolerant, the inability to tolerate other people's bullshit. Misunderstanding you on purpose and trying to hide it. karmic grapefruit, bitter as fuck, and they're trying to hide it. Somebody's no longer living rent-free in your head because you finally let them go. Smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. So that's come out 3 times so far. So somebody's clearly being very deceptive. Passed on karmic thought that by ending it would remove accountability. They're in purgatory. Negative Nancy and trying to hide it. Someone's no longer codependent or needy, and they're trying to hide it. Shenanigans this way comes. They're gonna try it, so they're done. They're done trying it, right? Or they're making like they're not creating any shenanigans, but behind the scenes, behind closed doors, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. The wrong one to mess with. It's kind of like giving, like, you're dealing with reactive abuse. You're not complying, you're not submitting to their reactions or whatever else, like, so you're not engaging in this back and forth drama, right? And they don't know that you're not really one to mess with. You're hiding it very well. You could be dealing with the toxic mother that doesn't think they're toxic. You very well could be a divine masculine, divine feminine, but you're not trying. You're trying to be incognito. The more time you take to postpone your healing, the more time they be stealing. So somebody's behind their back. They're not healing. They're not working on themselves, but they're coming out saying that they are, just to be able to get into your energy. So they're lying about possibly changing. You could very well be an open-minded hippie. So somebody did some bad magic towards you. You've done the return to sender, and they tried to send it back to you again. It didn't work. Okay. You're a very quality kind of person. You could be dealing with somebody that doesn't apologize, and they don't think that you're important. They think you're a joke. There's somebody that's being very, very picky, extremely picky, just to get a rise out of you. But then again, it's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. I think their mask's slipping, and they're telling on themselves, collective. So it's probably better that you're just not engaging in their bullshit drama. Just continue being you, stay in your own energy, focus on yourself, and focus on your next moves, okay? Yeah. A covert psychopathic narcissist decided to try to play you, and it didn't work out. And they're, I don't know, the Spirit's saying that they're devastated, that it didn't work. But really, I think that it's more along the lines as they wanted you devastated. But it turns out that the tables are turning on them. It's not turning out the way that they expected. All right, collective. Let's get into a collective reading here. Although this is like with tarot rather than just oracle cards. Great Spirit, what do we need to know about? What does the collective need to know? What is the current collective watching this video? This live broadcast? So what do they need to know right now? Six of Feathers. Somebody doesn't want you walking away to calmer waters. They're trying to prevent you from doing that. Oh, you got a new beautiful endeavor coming in. Got a new beginning. So it's looking like somebody's trying to prevent it from happening. 10 of Acorns. Yeah. Somebody's trying to end your new beginning. 6 of Acorns in reverse. But they're going to be exposed. Yeah, they want to create conflict. One more. Seven of Acorns. They want you helpless. This is what I'm telling you. This is the energy all night, it seems. Even from the beginning. We'll do 6. We'll go one more. All right. The 10 of Shells. They want you helpless to your wish fulfillment. I'm really kind of getting they want you helpless. They don't want you obtaining your wish fulfillment. They don't want you having well-being. They don't want you having any type of blessings. They don't believe you deserve it, is the feeling I'm getting. What's the 6 of Feathers reversed? Six of Feathers reversed. Somebody loves you, or they don't like the fact that you love yourself. The Ace of Acorns. Yeah, this is a huge tower for them if you get this new beginning. They don't want you having a new beginning. What's the 10 of Acorns? Wow. Yeah, because you're manifesting your way out. Now they want to try to reconcile so that way you don't leave. They're going to try to reconcile their way back in. Like, I'm really getting an energetic dependency. And it's also giving me, like, you're manifesting your best life. And now they want to reconcile because they want to be a part of it. So that way you miss out on it. And it's because you're walking away from them. Like, their mask slipped, their mask is off. So because of that, they're trying to reconcile, they're trying to remove some sort of conflict and resolve some sort of thing that they've done. Thank you, Avi. Are you on Facebook or Instagram? What's the Six of Acorns reversed? Yeah. They're going to try to throw you out in the cold. And the fact is they want you out in the cold. They want you homeless. They want you feeling worthless. And this is what's being exposed. They're telling on themselves. Seven of Acorns. Yeah, they want you totally juggling. They don't want you having any type of balance. Yeah, because they don't want you having any type of wish fulfillment, which you're getting it anyway. Or to have you out in the cold and juggling is their wish fulfillment. Yeah, they want you second guessing yourself. They want you overthinking it. They don't want you, they want you acting without having the ability to think about it. And you see this already. You're tapping into it and your intuition is telling you otherwise. What's this Ten of Shells? We could be talking about an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody that's lying and deceptive. Ten of Shells. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, they see you walking away to your wish fulfillment. And they don't want you walking away. So they're doing everything that they can to ruin it. Yeah. They want you walking away from your new beginning. They don't want you having any type of relationship either. They don't want you loving yourself. They don't want you balanced as a masculine and feminine energy. They don't want you stepping into your union. This is a very, very disconnected energy. Very obsessed, disconnected energy. And somebody's coming in to bring information, and it's only to bring conflict about the Ten of Cups. But somebody's gaining a new perspective, or they don't have any more patience. Somebody sees things for what it is, and they want to open up old wounds, or they want to reconcile or resolve. But this is definitely not an energy that you want around you. They're trying to get a rise out of you. The Hermit and the Hermit here, they want you going back into isolation. But here you are looking beautiful, stepping out. And that's why they want to manipulate your win. They're being very strategic about this because they see the Wheel of Fortune is running in your favor, and that's, for them, that's an injustice. And they want you in your feels. They want you sad. They want to ruin absolutely everything you're building. The thing is they're, you know, they're coming in very manipulative, and it's almost kind of giving me like they're trying to pay you back for something that they're blaming you for. Meanwhile, they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves, and they're blaming you because they don't want to take accountability for their own dumbass actions. So they would rather ruin your fucking life than take accountability for their own. It's a sad day, really. Everybody lost respect for them. And then they try to belittle you and make everybody lose respect for you. Meanwhile, you're rising and you're succeeding, and they want to try to ruin it. But they're too much of a fucking coward, really. They're too much of a coward to confront you. They'd rather go behind your back and throw rocks and hide their hands. Here I figured that we were done with that energy, but I guess not. What's the vibe? Why are they doing this? What is the vibe as to why they're doing this in the first place? Because they're just teasing and they're gambling with their life right now. They just don't care. They're bored. At this point, I'm hearing they've got nothing left to lose at this point. So they'd rather have the entertainment of ruining your life. They want you stressed out. They want you having migraines and worry. They're envious, resentful, competitive, discontent. They're a sad excuse for a human being. Tell us more. Tell us more about this dumbass that's trying to sabotage our life. Yeah, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You're not hitting a dead end like they want you to. A clingy old ex, dead end relationship that wants nothing to do with you, but yet doesn't want you to have any success. A lurkin' gherkin. Definitely not a soulmate. More like a sorry excuse of a human being. Yeah, they can't move on. Apparently they've got a whole bunch to say to you. And they don't want you having any possibilities. And there's no possibilities whatsoever of being back with this particular person. You want nothing to do with them. So they're trying to ruin your dreams. Ruining any possibilities that you have. They don't want you making up your mind. They don't want you believing in yourself. They want you basically to opt yourself. So that way they can take the insurance money from the insurance, the dirty ass fucking insurance job that they have behind your back. Yeah, but there's legal. There's definitely legal, something to do with family. So you're probably going through some legal problems with family. Yep. They're bad choices, games, mixed signals, paranoid. Now they're all insecure. Were they ever? Come at me, bro. See what happens. See what fucking happens. Yeah, you burn the bridges. They don't want you to burn bridges because they see you having a successful life and they see you having a glow up. So now they don't want to burn the bridges that they burned before. They regret burning these bridges with you. They're paranoid of your glow up. Like, make it make sense, please. Harmony. Yeah. They want to balance things out. They want happiness and peace, right? Or, yeah. But Archangel Michael won't protect you if you don't drop this toxic bullshit. So you've got more of a commitment with Archangel Michael than you do this fucking idiot. The sorry excuse for a human. Oh, that's right, they're not human, they're a demon. My bad. I stand corrected. Yeah, you're no longer confused. You're no longer confused or puzzled. You know exactly who you're dealing with. Yeah, they don't want you following following your dreams. Again. Yeah, but you're not stressed out like they want you to be. It's infuriating for them. You're not worried. You're not having migraines like they want you to. You're not gambling your life away anymore. Not like you were to begin with, but they're trying to make you out to be a psychopath. They're trying to make you out like you're abusive, you're conniving, you're unpredictable, you're delusional, and what you're doing is absolutely unforgivable. You left them with no options, and you made sure that they were somehow stuck. Meanwhile, that's what they wanted for you. But they're making it out. They're flipping the table. They're making it out like you're the one. You're the big fucking asshole. Meanwhile, they were the ones that pretty well left you for dead. And the reason why they left you for dead, they were hoping that you were just going to commit suicide or off yourself, so that way they could get their fucking money and move on. And I'm hearing that's the only reason why they let you move in. Because I'm getting a feeling like they made it look like you reconciled with them and got married and the whole bit, only to find out that you weren't together with them. Once you left, you left. That was it. And they're a bunch of karmics. They're a bunch of karmics. And even the third parties, the karmic third parties learned their lesson. And then the third parties, they don't even associate with this fuckhead anymore. The people that they were cheating on you with. Yeah, look what came out. The psychopath card. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Did you find me, Avi? Okay, good. This goes. This goes for Sue as well. Sherdwin? Okay. So if not tonight, I'll get you back tomorrow. Okay? For sure when I wake up. I'm sorry about the light. One of these nights I'm going to have an open tarot night to ask questions. Ooh. Yeah, so the more members I have, the more support I get, the better things will be. So I appreciate my members, my subscribers, my supporters. I'm really praying for my own place. In a perfect world, I would have my inheritance. I'd have a house. I'd be able to offer a little bit better one-on-one sessions for coaching and counseling. I'd rather not succumb to what the karmics want. I don't want to give them what they want. But they're doing absolutely everything in their power to make it that way. They want me homeless. They want me dead in a ditch. They don't want me giving wisdom. They don't want me being of service to anyone but them. And there will not be another day that goes by where I will ever waste my energy on them again. Well, I need to be bringing home at least I think I would be able to be comfortable with $2,500 a month, at least for my own apartment. I can get a one-bedroom apartment usually with that, and have money for food and have money for you know, to pay my bills, maybe have money to get a new vehicle. And by new vehicle, it doesn't have to be brand new. Even like a hand-me-down or a second-hand vehicle. I'm open to that. I just have no idea what I want. Part of me thinks I should get a double cab truck because at that point, when I had my car, I was using it for a truck anyway. Thank you, Princess Piper. Yeah, my car identified as a car for the first 6 months to a year that I had it, and then it re-identified as a truck because I was a construction cleaner for 4.5 years or so, and then it re-identified as an RV because I was living in it for the last 2. So if I had, like, I'm up to 31 members. A lot of them have been gifted memberships, so they're only for 30 days. But if I had consistent members at, let's say, the 1099 Flight Club membership level, even, if I had 1,000 members, I don't see why, you know, I have 10,000 subscribers and to only have like 31 members is kind of odd. Like, I'm grateful, but I figured people would want readings, right? If I had more members on members' side, I would do more members' lives from each level, and you'd all get your each. I'd have like at least 2 to 3 days a week, or one day a week at least for my members of each level. So that way you guys have your weekly readings, and you get a weekly reading by becoming a member. You know, I'd love to provide that for my members, but a lot of the members are at chat level. Like, the chat level only gives you access to the lives, the member lives. It doesn't give you access to anything else. It gets you a pass into the club, but it doesn't buy your drinks. The level 1 through 4 buys your drinks. Not actual drinks, but your readings. But a lot of my members are saying that my collectives do the job of that. So they tap in and they come hang out and they get the messages that they need anyway. So it's almost like a donation level of how much they can donate. So a monthly basis level donation at a level 1 through 4. I'm very appreciative. I'm very much in the attitude of gratitude. But I'm barely breaking even at this point. They do. Sweet dreams, Ryan. Be good to yourself, okay? Thank you for showing up, my friend. My brother from a different mother. Apple Pay should work for getting a membership. But then again, it's through Google, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Ah, okay. Um, I'm gonna top up my coffee. You might have to hook up Google. If you have a Google email, you might have to tap into a Google or Gmail or something, the Gmail account, and tie that into the payment scale. I have both, Apple Pay and Google, or Google Pay. Well, there should be levels. I don't know why you don't see them. Being a member also gives you access to my music as well. And I have a tarot workshop. I still have a couple that I need to work with there. I've got one for the Higher Arcana, the Keeper of the Cups, the Keeper of the Swords. I still have a couple more to do. So there's 100 plus member only videos. Each month that you are a member, you get a different color membership. There we go. Level 1 reading included. There you go. You got it. You got it. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining members. You should have access to my members' music as well. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. So tier 1 includes a 1 and 3 card reading with clarifiers to any personal question per month. But it's per week. Once it gets better, I'm going to change that up. Tier 2 is a 5 card reading plus an oracle card with clarifiers. So it's more than 5 cards. Tier 3 is a 10 card, and tier 4 is a full reading. And the thing is that becoming a member on my YouTube is actually, it's discounted compared to the level tiers at Hipsy. So the Hipsy is actually regular price, to where a monthly subscription is actually discounted from the a la carte just for the particular reading. So you're getting the same thing each month, but it's a discounted price with my YouTube. So if anybody wants a personal reading on a monthly basis, all you have to do is reach out to me and let me know. Welcome in, Shirley. Level 4 reading included. Well, thank you, Shirley Ray. Let's see how many members I have in particular to that, because I might start doing member lives again. Let's see where I'm at with member side. So level 4, we've got 1, you're my only one. You're my only level 4 reading, Shirley. So depending on where you are, if you're Eastern Standard Time, I can very well hook you up with a reading. It'll be basically personal, because I don't have anybody else in level 4 right now. So it's just going to be you and me on that level. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 level 1s, so I very well could do a level 1 group reading. Level 2, I've got 1, yeah, I've got 1 on level 2. I don't have any level 3s yet. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I got 21 members as the member chat level. So that gives you access to the lives, but then it gets placed in a particular level wherever it's going. But most of the time, if I'm just doing a regular members live, you'll have access to the members live. But usually I'll put it to membership live or the Flight Club membership. That's for the workshops, right? But I don't have any Flight Club memberships anymore as of right now. Everybody's either a level 1, a membership, or level 2 or level 4 or level 1. But yeah, for level 4 reading, I can definitely hook you up, Shirley. It'll just be you and I at this point for now. So if you guys want to update your level, your membership chat level that accesses the chat, if you guys want to upgrade your memberships, that would be wonderful. So I've got 31 so far by the looks of it. I've officially hit 10,930 subscribers. I think I've got 8 subscribers just tonight. It was at 10,922 before the live tonight. So thank you for your subscriptions if you've subscribed. It's graciously accepted. I'm glad you're part of the crew. So, but yeah. I'll definitely hook you up very soon there, Shirley. You can actually, I can do your reading, and when you receive your reading, you can go ahead and comment in the comment section as to whether or not it's good. And if it resonates, you can be there for the reading, or you can get it at your leisure. All right. Well, thank you, Avi. All the support from my subscribers and my members is gratefully accepted. There's a couple exclusive readings and backstories to my past that are in level 4. Exclusive level 4 readings and backstories. So there's a lot to the situation. of what I've been going through, and it's been really rough. But I'm very grateful for YouTube, and I'm very grateful for this whole ability to be of some sort of light for my tribe. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I'm very grateful. Okay, Spirit, what are we doing here? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're at 169.25. Um, and bring out my steampunk. I'll do a collective reading with my steampunk. Haven't used this one in a little while. I've got I think I'm up to like 14 or 15 decks now. Spirit, what does collective need to know right now? What's the best message? The best blessed message for my collective? What's the best blessed message? Okay. I'll do a quick 1 to 5, so pick a number, keep it to yourself. I don't want it in the chat. I'll do 5 Celtic Cross readings, so that way if it works with you, it works with you. I'm going to go right off the top, so that way each reading is different. Okay. All right, right off the top, reading number 1. Okay, so reading number 1, your current situation, you very well could be dealing with a very unstable earth sign, or you very well could be feeling it rather unstable. Your crossing card is the Magician, so you very well could be having a hard time with your manifestations. In your mind, though, you're being very strategic. You're kind of trying to work something out. You're trying to work out the kinks in a situation or decision that you need to make. There's definitely you're trying to get the better and the upper hand of something. At this current time in your heart space, you very well could be dealing with some sort of betrayal. Somebody could very well be you could be dealing with a third party. Your past energy, you very well could have exposed something, or somebody could have exposed themselves. Maybe their mask is slipping. You know, you're dealing with a bit of failure. Could be self-sabotage. However, the current moment is you're realizing that you deserve better than what you have right now, for what you put into it as far as your manifestation and your willpower. You're putting into like you're putting into a dead garden is basically what you're realizing at this point. And you're at the point of hitting rock bottom. Something that you've been working on is coming to an end. Something that you put a lot of energy into. Um, your attitude in relation to the situation is you're needing to dig deep. There's definitely some sort of courageous healing that you need to do. It's either that or somebody wants you trapped up all in your head, which you're having a hard time leveling out. Your influence right now is wanting to go and move towards your wish fulfillment. And your hopes and fears is not being able to get there and not having the means and the patience and the dignified energy to move forward with that. To your outcome is you need to give back more. You need to be of service to your community. You need to get out of isolation, I think, at this point and start serving your community in some way. It will help you through getting recognized and getting noticed. Okay? Something else I'm getting from this is that you need to get creative. Okay? And I think this is with the Seven of Swords in your mind space. You're needing to strategize to come out on top. And I think maybe coming out of an isolation would be good for you. Reading number 2. You're facing a huge injustice. And things are going to start moving very, very quickly for you. In your mind, you're needing to reevaluate the way you show love, the way you hold yourself in your emotions. I do believe you're standing up for your heart. You're trying to heal your heart. In your heart space, though, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, so you know where you want to go. It's just trying to get there. Now, with this particular injustice, I think it was a wake-up call for you as you're gaining a new perspective as to where you were and what you were dealing with. And now, with that in mind, I think you're going to be celebrating soon. You're going to be meeting some new people. And these new people are going to collaborate with you in a way that you haven't had before. Okay, so stay hopeful. Things are about to change. 3 to 6 months from now, you will be collaborating with a new bunch of people, a new bunch of friends, and there will be some sort of collaboration and celebration. Okay? Your attitude in relation to the situation is you're looking at things logically with truth and justice in mind. However, your overall influence, your attitude of the situation is you're done. You're done with certain particular energies. They're trying to disempower you. They're trying to take you away from what's meant for you. So I think this has been a really big wake-up call for you as to where you are and what you're trying to establish for yourself. Okay? But stay true to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Stop gaslighting yourself if you are. And step into what you're meaning. You know, step into your true essence of who you are. Okay? Don't forget who you are in all of this. Now, I do see there's definitely something going on. Your hopes and fears is that certain things are revealed to you. I do believe what is done in the dark is coming to light, and you will be making a new venture forward, quite possibly a new partnership. There is a crossroads coming um, to you. You're going to be able to make a decision. You have a very big decision coming up. I'm hearing also that this decision is going to make or break the rest of your life. Okay, so take some time to really evaluate what you're doing and how you're going about it, because it's going to be very detrimental to your success and to your forward movement. Reading number 3. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you're needing to focus on yourself. You need to rid yourself from all these distractions that you have going on. You've been through a lot, and you very well could be feeling disempowered. However, you have the Nine of Wands in your crossing card as an obstacle or challenge, and this would require you to continue staying consistent with what you're dealing with, as there very well could be an illusion as if you're losing out, but you're not. Okay, you are actually succeeding, so there's a bit of an illusion there. You could very well be in conflict within your mind, and in your heart you're wanting to move on to calmer waters. The past is of quite possible sabotage or self-sabotage or major destruction. However, the Two of Pentacles here in the recent in the now, in the moment, is you're balancing things out better than expected. However, for the future, you need to watch for any type of stagnance or deception or lies coming towards you, um, or having stagnance as to where you're wanting to go and how to communicate that. Okay? Your attitude in relation to a situation that you're dealing with here is that you need to stand in your power, and you need to nurture your intention and your intuition, as well as the magic that is within you. Okay? You have a lot of great ideas. You're very, very beautiful, no matter whether you're masculine or feminine. You definitely got it going on, and you have great charisma, and you need to put that to use. Your influence, you very well could have a bit of a misjudgment, whether it be with someone or a situation. You need to maybe look at things from a different perspective. And you're hoping to move forward in a new direction, which is going to happen. But it's good for you to maybe hold off on any overthinking. Don't overthink it. Okay, allow your intuition to guide you in this. You're very intuitive, whoever I'm speaking to for reading 3. You're very intuitive. You need to trust in your intuition and move forward with that particular energy. Your overall outcome is the Seven of Wands reverse. You're feeling that you're going to be defeated, or you're feeling that you're going to be not being able to stick up for yourself, and this very well could be. There's a kind of element of vulnerability here, and I think you need to tap into your higher power in order to get through this. Reading 4, you've kind of lost connection with your higher power. However, there are good things on the horizon. However, the truth will set you free, but first it's going to piss you off. There's something that's going to be either revealed, or you're going to reveal a particular situation, and what comes from that is going to be a bit, I don't know, it's going to be definitely a wake-up call of a great reveal. Now, if this is something that you're trying to keep in the dark, or somebody's trying to keep you in the dark, within your mind you are going to make a decision about a particular relationship, and the answer is no. Okay, that is a complete sentence. So don't think that you have to explain yourself for your actions or your decisions. Your heart space here is you really don't know where to go from here, because you know that you need to remove yourself from this situationship that you're in. Your mind and your heart They're not in equilibrium. However, you have to understand how far you've come. You have and you will be completing major cycles. And the current status quo here is that you need to stand on your intentions. You need to stand on what you've said, stand on what you're doing, stand on your focus, and allow your intuition to guide you. You do have some new energies. You're moving towards a new endeavor, a new emotional energy, I do believe, and I think that's probably best for you. However, your attitude and relation, there very well could be something of a deception or somebody that's not wanting you to see something about this situation. And your overall influence here is that you're having to go back to drawing board and go back to square one and quite possibly start from scratch. Your hopes and fears is you're dealing with the fact that you're needing to dig deep. You're needing to do some major courageous healing. And I think this is the best time to do it because going into the new year, you're going to have a new ability to move forward in a different way. And within your 3 to 6 month interval with the Six of Cups, this is you moving forward. This is you moving past this situationship that you've been dealing with. Now, I do see as your outcome that you're going to stick to yourself. There's not going to be any particular love that you're going towards, which is totally fine. I think being single for a while would be beneficial to you. But you just need to really kind of step into that, and with that internal deep deep healing, with going deep within your subconscious and courageous healing, find yourself some sort of empowerment within your adventures of life and experience, and I think that's going to help you out further. Now, overall, with this, let's see here, 4, yeah, okay. Number 5 reading, things are balancing out for you a lot better than what you expected. You're focusing on yourself. You're changing the way that you're just getting out of a time of heartbreak, quite possibly. You're changing the way you look at love at this point, and this is one of your big challenges. In your mind, you're ridding all the pain and all the suffering and all the temptation, and you very well could be getting rid of, you're taking the trash out upstairs in your head. You're letting go of that what no longer serves you, which is beneficial for your sanity. In your heart, though, you are collaborating with Spirit, I believe, and this is bringing you into the energy of a frequency to attract your soulmate. In the heart space, we have the Two of Cups, so this very well could be you doing your inner work, you coming into balance within your masculine and feminine. You're protecting yourself, you're nurturing yourself, you're loving yourself, and you're providing for yourself, okay? You're being your own person, okay? You're stepping into the balance of both. Now, in the past, you may be feeling slightly guilty of some ill intention, or maybe some actions that you didn't wish that you took. Maybe you're regretting certain actions, or you're regretting certain intentions that people had on you. However, you're coming out of your comfort zone, and it's bringing you to a new enlightenment. You're coming out of a hermit mode. You're coming out of a time of solitude. You're feeling like you're missing out on something. You're really not. So don't allow that to push you out of your comfort zone. This is something that you need to do and let happen naturally rather than be pushed or coerced, or have somebody else try to pull you out of your comfort zone. You need to come out of that on your own. Your attitude and relation, you're headed towards your wish fulfillment with your Ten of Cups. However, you need to realize and recognize that it's one thing to stand in your power, but it's another thing to be kind of out of control and step into some sort of uncontrollable tyrant kind of my way or the highway kind of situation. Okay, that's not the whole process. Okay, it's one thing to stand in your power and to be the leader that you're wanting to be, but it's another thing to be an asshole. Okay, so don't be the asshole. all right? Your attitude in relation is looking pretty unstable, but I think it's taking you a little bit of time to kind of integrate after missing out on something. And I think this is what's really bringing you out of your comfort zone to make you kind of act out in a way that I'm really kind of getting reactive abuse, right? Somebody's maybe issuing you some sort of a wish fulfillment, and then it's just a facade. It very well could be an illusion, and maybe this is why you're acting out. With this in mind, it's creating a bitterness, and this is what you're not wanting to do. I think this is one of your fears because you don't want the bitterness to kill you, in essence of. However, not embracing your heart space, not loving yourself is one of your biggest issues right now. However, you do have a new beginning within 6 months to a year coming in for you. And the best thing to do is to be standing on your intentions, know what your intentions are, and move forward with that. Okay? So don't allow you ridding out the bullshit and taking out the trash in your head to deter you from where you're wanting to go. Now, it's one thing to let go of certain particular energies, and it's kind of like you're feeling bitter because you're feeling alone, but you do have new beginnings. It's about collaborating with the right vibe of people. And I think at this point you have a lot of toxicity around you, and this is why you're having to let it go, okay? Because it hasn't been serving you well. Reading number 1, you need to stand true. You need to be honest with yourself. Nurture the truth that is you, okay? Reading number 2, that what is serving you is great, but that what is no longer serving you isn't great, right? So know what is what and stand with what is good and leave what doesn't. You've taken stock of situations and you're finding that what you're working on isn't panning out, and that's okay. Go back to the drawing board, get creative, and do something different. Reading number 3, there's somebody coming in that wants to reconcile or open up an old avenue or an old road or rebuild a bridge with you. This is up to you, okay? Ultimately, the overall decision is in your hands. Number 4, you're going through a major rebirth, right? So really be true to yourself within this rebirth. Don't allow other people to gaslight you into something that you're not, or gaslight you into something that you're maybe looking for. And reading number 5, there's a lot of gaslighting going on, okay? And I think this might be your issue. You're gaslighting yourself, right? Thinking that maybe other people are gaslighting you, or somebody's deceptive, or maybe you're being deceptive, whatever the case may be. But the Ace of Swords reversed, this is about being left in the dark, being kept out of a conversation, being kept away from the truth. So wherever this deception lies, you're going to figure it out, ultimately. And I think this is what you're missing out on, and this is what's going to drive you to your new beginning. Okay? So I think that's it. That's all for tonight, Collective. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for the reading. And yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul for being part of my tribe. I hope tonight's messages have brought some sort of an enlightenment to you, for you, to step into your highest timeline. Please stay tuned to the next video for another message. Sweet dreams when you get there. Don't blow away in the wind as the storm blows by. And yeah, if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way, you can be good to others. Thank you all. I'm very grateful for your support. and I'll catch you in the next video.